June Lockhart, whose full name is June Kathleen Lockhart, born on June 25, 1925, in New York City, was one of America's most enduring actresses, whose career spanned nearly 9 decades and traversed stage, film, and television. She was born into a family of actors. Her father, Gene Lockhart, was a Canadian-American stage and film actor, while her mother, Kathleen Arthur Lockhart, hailed from England and also worked in film and theater. Growing up in a household steeped in performance and art, June's path seemed almost predestined. Her grandfather, John Coates Lockhart, had been a concert singer, further enriching the family's artistic lineage. She attended the Westlake School for Girls in Beverly Hills, California, where she cultivated her early love for performance before stepping into the limelight herself. June Lockhart had an estimated net worth of $5 million at the time of her demise. She accumulated the impressive sum from her successful career, endorsements, and business ventures. Lockhart's introduction to film came early. At just 13, she made her debut alongside her parents in the 1938 adaptation of A Christmas Carol, portraying Belinda Cratchit. That single performance set her on a path that would define her life. Throughout the 1940s, she worked steadily in Hollywood, appearing in films such as All This and Heaven 2 1940, Sergeant York 1941, Meet Me in St. Louis 1944, and The Yearling 1946. Her soft-spoken grace and wholesome beauty made her an appealing figure in an era defined by classic elegance. She took on her first starring role in the 1946 thriller She-Wolf of London, cementing her position as a capable leading lady. Later, her role in Son of Lassie, 1945, subtly foreshadowed her most iconic television work that would come a decade later. Lockhart's stage presence was as compelling as her screen work. She first appeared on stage at the tender age of 8 in Peter Ibbetson, a Metropolitan Opera production. However, it was her performance in the Broadway play For Love or Money in 1947 that truly launched her as a respected performer in her own right. Critics hailed her performance as radiant and natural, recognizing her as more than just the daughter of famous parents. The following years saw her take on challenging stage roles, including the lead in Lawrence Riley's Kin Hubbard in 1951, which reaffirmed her range and professionalism. Television became Lockhart's true home during the 1950s and 1960s, as she transitioned seamlessly into the golden age of the small screen. She began appearing on various programs such as Appointment with Adventure and Justice, before becoming a familiar face in the television Western circuit, guest starring on Gunsmoke, Rawhide, and Wagon Train. Her ability to convey maternal warmth and quiet strength made her ideal for the kind of family-centered roles that defined mid-century American television. Her most memorable early television role came in 1958 when she joined Lassie as Ruth Martin, the compassionate mother of Timmy Martin. Her portrayal resonated deeply with audiences, helping shape the archetype of the nurturing, steadfast TV mother. Lockhart's tenure on Lassie lasted until 1964 and earned her a loyal following. Her performance as Ruth Martin also earned her an Emmy nomination in 1959 for Best Actress in a leading role in a dramatic series. She later appeared in Perry Mason and other popular dramas before landing another career-defining role. In 1965, Lockhart captivated a new generation as Dr. Maureen Robinson in Lost in Space, a science fiction adventure series about a family of space explorers. Alongside Guy Williams and Jonathan Harris, she brought empathy and intelligence to a genre often dominated by spectacle. As the matriarch of the Robinson family, she balanced motherly affection with scientific authority, breaking stereotypes of women's roles on TV. The show ran for 3 seasons and became a cult favorite, keeping her legacy alive for decades. Lockhart later appeared in the 1998 film adaptation in a cameo role, linking the new version to its classic roots. When Petticoat Junction faced the loss of its lead actress, Bea Benaderet, in 1968, Lockhart was brought in to play Dr. Janet Craig, a character that brought both professionalism and warmth to the series. Her performance once again highlighted her ability to bring humanity to every role, blending humor and sincerity effortlessly. Her versatility carried her through decades of television, from guest spots on General Hospital and Full House to appearances on The Drew Carey Show, Grey's Anatomy, and Cold Case. Even as television evolved, Lockhart remained a respected and familiar presence, proof of her adaptability and lasting appeal. Lockhart's voice also became part of American pop culture. She lent her talents to the 1970s Hanna-Barbera animated series These Are the Days and later voiced characters in video games and films. Her final on-screen appearance was a fitting tribute to her legacy. She returned to Lost in Space in 2021, voicing the voice of Alpha Control in the Netflix reboot, connecting her enduring career with modern audiences. Her personal life was marked by both joy and independence. In 1951, she married John F. Maloney, and the couple had 2 daughters, and Kathleen and June Elizabeth, and followed her mother into acting, and the two even portrayed the same character at different ages in episodes of Magnum, P.I. and in the fantasy film Troll, 1986. However, the marriage ended in divorce in 1959. That same year, Lockhart married architect John Lindsay, but their union also ended in divorce in 1970. Though she never remarried, Lockhart maintained a fulfilling life surrounded by her family, friends, and colleagues. A devout Roman Catholic, Lockhart had the rare opportunity to meet Pope John Paul II in 1985, accompanied by her daughter and fellow actress Kay Lenz. Beyond her faith, she had a lifelong fascination with American politics and the presidency. Journalist Merriman Smith, a close friend, arranged for her to travel with both Eisenhower and Stevenson during the 1956 presidential campaign. Lockhart continued her interest in presidential politics for decades, attending briefings and maintaining a keen awareness of the intersection between media and governance. Despite being a product of the conservative golden age of Hollywood, Lockhart was notably progressive in her views. Her open-mindedness extended to popular culture and social issues. Her Lost in Space co-star Bill Mumy once recalled how Lockhart took her younger castmates to the Whiskey A Go-Go to listen to the Allman Brothers Band, an unexpected outing for a woman of her generation. In 1970, appearing on The Virginia Graham Show, she boldly defended gay people against the host's moralizing tone, showcasing her empathy and fairness. Lockhart lived to be 100, a remarkable milestone that reflected her longevity both in life and career. She celebrated her centennial birthday on June 25, 2025, surrounded by tributes from fans and peers. 4 months later, on October 23, 2025, she passed away peacefully at her Santa Monica home from natural causes, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy in American entertainment. Her contributions did not go unnoticed. In 1948, Lockhart received a special Tony Award for Outstanding Performance by a newcomer for Love or Money. She was also nominated for 2 Emmy Awards and earned 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one for motion pictures and another for television, both dedicated on the same day in 1960. In 2013, NASA honored her with the Exceptional Public Achievement Medal for inspiring generations about space exploration, a fitting tribute for the actress who played one of television's most beloved space mothers. Lockhart's filmography is vast and diverse, spanning over 80 years and dozens of genres, from classic MGM dramas to cult science fiction and family sitcoms. Her performances in Lassie and Lost in Space remain cultural touchstones, while her stage work and voice performances demonstrate her multifaceted talent. June Lockhart's life mirrored the evolution of American entertainment itself. From her early days as a child actress in black and white films to her voice roles in 21st century productions, she embodied grace, professionalism, and resilience. She bridged generations of viewers, leaving behind not just a body of work, but an indelible example of artistic dedication and human warmth. Her passing marked the end of an era, one of the last links to Hollywood's golden years, but her spirit lives on in the countless stories, characters, and hearts she touched throughout her century-long journey. And with that, thanks for watching. Give us a like, share with friends, and please subscribe.